Well, I do know 5 years from now, I probably won't be riding this motorcycle.
This is the way.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chopperfett channel. My name is Brett and we make the motorcycle videos and motorcycle vlogs here on YouTube. What am I yakking on about 5 years from now? Well, yeah, I'm not going to most likely be riding this bike on a daily basis. This is my wife's Sportster. But I did kind of start thinking about it the other day when I kind of had this video about me turning 40, for example. Kind of did some reflecting, and I thought, you know, you always hear about people who say they have like a 5-year plan, things of that nature. I don't know if I really got one. So that's what I'm going to try and do on this ride here through the lake, is develop a 5-year plan. Ooh, that's way low. That's interesting. Let's start a 5-year lookout, and you know, let's just start with general life. Right now I have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old and a lovely wife, and needless to say, Chopperfett doesn't have a lot of Chopperfett time. Now, he gets a fair share because his wife is so awesome. Wink wink, nudge nudge. You just can't see it through the helmet. But a lot of the things that I used to be able to do before, you know, the kids came along, it's a little bit harder to do now because you have to either arrange someone to watch them, which, you know, we don't really trust a lot of people to do that. Maybe that's part of our issue. And then just the time itself, even if you can't pay a babysitter for like 3 days to watch your kids. You're kind of limited to maybe going on one overnight trip, and still maybe feel a little guilty. But anyway, so 5 years from now, one will be 7 and the other will be 10, which at that point I feel like I won't be able to necessarily leave them alone in the house yet. So I wouldn't be able to say, hey, I'm going to go on a motorcycle ride and watch your sister. I wouldn't be able to do that at that point yet, but it would definitely be getting closer. What it will allow me to do is on the days where the wife is home, I think I'll have a lot less guilt about going on a ride, because a 7 and a 10-year-old should be pretty self-sustained. Right now, these dang kids require 130% of our attention, it seems like. And that's not a dig on my kids, that's just kids in general. We'll eventually get to a point, probably 10 years from now, where one can watch the other, and if I went on an hour-long motorcycle ride after work like I used to do, I wouldn't worry 2 bits about it. I honestly think my 5-year-old now could handle himself, but, you know, laws. As far as where I foresee my job, well, I just got a new job up at my work. In the last role I stayed in for about 5 years, this role, when I applied for it, they said it's a 2-year commitment minimum, because that's about how long it's going to take for me to learn everything. And I thought, yeah, that's cool. I got nothing but time. See, Kansas wind. Hate you, Kansas. I hate you. So 2-year commitment for the new job, and then to get promoted from there to like more of a much more impressive role, which is going to be more salary based. Yeah, that's where the goal is to lie, is to eventually get to that point. The pay will be better, it'll be salary, which can be good or bad depending on how you look at it, but hopefully, from what I've read on the role, you know, usually you do your Monday through Friday 9 to 5 type of thing, and then if you need to like maybe hop in on the weekend, send like an email or two, you're not doing all physical work, you're just doing just like a couple little maintenance-y things on the weekend. So I figure I can handle that. So that's where I foresee my life being as far as work and home and things of that nature. But what about YouTube? I think that might be what interests people the most, maybe. Maybe not. Is what is the 5-year plan for the Chopperfett channel? And to be honest, I don't know yet. And the reason I don't know is because there's so many intangibles. You know, every year around August, September, November, October in there too, I get a little burnt out on the channel, and I always wonder if I want to continue doing it. I'm trying to push through it right now because I'm filming during that little stretch, and you know, the last couple of videos have been not too good. So I'm trying to kind of work myself out of it. But overall, do I see myself doing this in 5 years? Tough question. So if I'm not doing this in 5 years, what are going to be the factors that would prevent me from doing it? Well, one, I guess, would be the time. It does take a lot of time to go into an episode and get it all produced and edited and published and all that fun stuff. It's very enjoyable. I really do love the editing, but it does take a good amount of time to put out a quality-ish product. I say quality-ish because I know my stuff ain't the best. But I like to say it's better than some, anyway. I don't know. So ultimately, time would be the first factor. I try to not judge my motivation for the channel based off of how this channel is actually doing as far as like stats and things of that nature goes. I try not to, but let's be realistic. All of us strive to have those stats. None of us would do this if we got 0 views per video. There'd be no recognition out of it. I don't know if the recognition is the right word, but I guess I don't see there would be any motivation to do a channel if you don't have anyone there watching it. So as long as my subscriber count continues to go up and my views maintain about what they are, and they can continue to go up a little bit too, I don't think that would factor in to me quitting anyway. The reason I kind of think of 5 years down the road is because that's going to put us in 2027, 2028. I just don't know if I will keep doing it. I've already done this for going on 3 years, so I'll be doing it for 8 years at that point, and it's hard to stick for anything for 8 years, especially if you're only doing a mediocre job at it like yours truly here does. But I don't know. I really would like to think that I would still be here. I've met some of the coolest people doing this over the last 3 years, and I would say that the relationships would maintain and they wouldn't go away, but I could see them kind of drifting apart, kind of like your high school friends. I don't know, some of you are probably still friends with your high school friends, but I maybe keep in touch with 1 or 2, and the rest of us have just kind of moved on from each other. It's just time, distance, a little bit of everything on as far as those factors are concerned. But for all the other creators out there, go ahead and drop your comment down below as far as where you see yourself or your channel in the next 5 years. Do you see yourself still doing this? Do you see yourself being burnt out, quitting? There's nothing wrong with it, you know, and maybe in 5 years I'm still doing the channel, but I'm on a break instead. So, no, I maybe have done it for another 3 years. I'm taking out a 2-year break off, which basically means I'd have to start over when I came back. But you know, that is one of the things you kind of think about is, you know, can I do this forever? And right now my head says no, I can't, but I don't know the number of years that my head is basically factored into it. So yes, Chopperfett has rambled on pretty substantially here once again, but I do hope you guys enjoyed the video and kind of gives you guys something to kind of think about as well as far as your own personal outlook. And as always, I will catch you on the next dark side, as this is the way. Chopperfett, seeing you on the next one. Not on a Sportster. Later.